Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Apple report for Thursday, August 24th, 2023. As usual, before I click through all the charts, I'd just like you to click like if you haven't already, share the content with friends and colleagues, become a Wicked Stocks YouTube channel subscriber, and check out wickedstocks.com where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like the Apple report, daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and the long bond ETF, the TLT, as well as two individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for at least 20% swings on those underlying stock picks. We also offer a 5-day free trial up front. So if you sign up for wickedstocks.com, you can check everything out I just mentioned for 5 days. If you don't like what you see, you can bow out at no cost to you whatsoever. So let's check out the Apple charts. I'll start with this one as usual. Big picture, work our way into the day. Several months ago, we closed above a long-term channel top that is now at 168.67 that may well absorb selling not only through the rest of the year, but well into next if tested, for above which, still anticipating the 225.23 long-term channel top as our ultimate objective. Maybe not ultimate like all-time high, but like over the foreseeable long-term time horizon. This is the big picture. Above 168.67 as we move into Q1, Q2, Q3 perhaps of next year, 225.23 in reach. Now near term, we're still in a sell signal mode on a 2 to 3 week basis that occurred about 2 weeks ago when we closed below this meaningful channel bottom. And we got about 80% of the way down to 168.67 before bottoming out and rallying nicely over the last few days. We did have a near-term, short-term buy signal on Tuesday's close above the 175.29 channel top. And we certainly got the follow-through buying on Wednesday, nearly reaching the 182.93, considered really a 3 to 5 day target, but I've been mentioning how it could be within 1 to 3 days, and that looks to be likely. We may well test 182.93 today. Now, 182.93, meaningful long-term channel bottom on the daily chart, projected off that January low, able to contain buying through next week. And from here, we can fall back to, in fact, this is the image, we can fall back into the upper 160s within 2 to 3 weeks of testing 182.93. Now, if we close above 182.93, we're not fully out of the woods yet in terms of maintaining upward momentum as we move into September trade. That comes with a settlement above 187.87. This area is converging later next week. And so, as we test it, I would rather it be a narrow range, of course. But what I will say, as we look into September trade, it is really selling the pullback at 182.93. If your time horizon is 1 to 3 weeks out, because over that time frame we can fall back to 168.67. Inversely, as far as through September goes, that looks bullish to me with a settlement above 187.87. And then I would expect, some variation of this 206.18 long-term channel top, possibly within 3 to 5 weeks of closing above 187.87. Now, as I've also been saying, it may well be just a mere settlement above 182.93 that neutralizes, and it would neutralize the 2 to 3 week sell signal that was in play a couple of weeks ago. And yes, longer term, still bullish above 168.67. So yes, this sell signal below 182.93 is a bit counter trend. And what I will continue adhering to, though, is I'm not comfortable recommending to you that if we close, recommending to you that we reach for those 205 out of the money calls if we close today above 182.93. Now, that may be what plays out. I would, though, recommend that you make sure that call, if you're going to reach for a 205 or 210 out of the money call, that it be at least several months out. Once again, it really is the settlement below 187.87 that I think is the accelerator as we move into September. So if by the end of next week, let's say, we close above the 187.87 descending speed line, we may be just 3 to 5 weeks away. In other words, possibly by the end of September, where we push on up to this 206.18 channel top. So I will reiterate that we are, if your time horizon is 2 to 3 weeks, you're selling 182.93. And if your time horizon is 2 to 3 weeks, you're buying a settlement above 187.87. If your time horizon is 2 to 3 months and you want to go along with a settlement above 182.93, this channel bottom, I don't have a problem with that. It's just we do need to then see the market also close above 187.87 for follow through accelerated upside trade. You could scale into a long position, closing above 182.93, you buy some, closing above 187.87, you buy the rest, and by that, once again, that could just be merely a 206, 210 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least several months. Now for the downside, I've got 177.52, and that is a descending 1/3 speed line, but I'm going more with 177.89. Not a big difference. It is a downside Fibonacci level. We do have yesterday's low, Wednesday's low at 178.32, and I have that as a minor point, but I'm going with 177.89. That if we back away, is there an enlarged chart? Yeah, if we back away, it is a downside 3/8 Fibonacci from Wednesday's high against that low from last Friday. So easing back to the 3/8 downside Fibonacci at 177.89, we can bottom out there on an intraday basis. You could also add 177.52 here if you like. I don't see a downward pivot point aggressively unless we close, or unless we break rather, 177.89. And if you want to make it 177.52, I don't have a problem with that. I would then expect 175.29 intraday. So if we break the 177 handle support, I'll call it 175.29 in reach. 175.29 is once again this channel top that we settled above a couple of days ago, well equipped to contain daily selling pressures. And if we do close below 175.29, and I don't see that today, but if so, we should, within a matter of 3 to 5 days, fall to that 168.67 long-term channel top. This area, if tested, as I've been saying, there's a lot of things you can do here. You can buy it on a day trade, buy it on a 3 to 5 day swing trade, 3 to 5 week swing trade, 3 to 5 month near-term investment, because above which, still expecting longer-term bullish continuation, anticipating the 225.23 long-term channel top in the months ahead. And, if we can close over the next week or two above the, where are you? I'm going to pick the right chart here. Above this narrowing zone of resistance. Let's just round it out between the narrowing zone of resistance between 182.93 and 187.97. If we can get up and over that, we're looking for the low twos pretty quickly by the end of September. Until then, we can fall off from here back into the upper 160s within 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to leave it at that for Thursday's Apple Report. I'll be back tomorrow with Fridays. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. You have a great evening.